It's working now. Record. Computer. Okay, hi everyone. Nice to meet you all. This is second day of Open Tech Week of XnTREE in February 2021. So we have preeminent speakers for today, as well as amazing judges and to evaluate the startups who are actually pitching for today. And let me just briefly introduce what we're trying to do with Hanoi Smart City and also the Smart City Tech Sandbox we are trying to deal with. And let me just share the screen with you. So Open Tech Week is organized by Hoang Kim City Council of Hanoi City Government and UK DIT Department and XnTREE, which is the tech accelerator based in London and New York, and World Smart Cities Forum, which is the entities, which is a non-profit organization, signing mandate agreement with Hoang Kim City Council of Hanoi City Government. And Tech Fest is one of the largest innovation festival run by the Vietnamese government. Alki Labs is a New York-based smart city investment firm, and XnTREE is now opening up this Open Tech Week, and for the first time since yesterday. So it will be going on entire year to engage them, the startups and around the world to kick off the smart city projects in Hanoi from next year. So this is me. I'm I'm CEO of XnTREE and Alki Labs and president of World Smart Cities Forum. And we are based in UK and also here in New York City in the United States. And basically philosophy and direction, we are focusing on people centricity purposes. So we trying to drive the data-driven economy and environmental friendly ecosystem, as well as connecting the global cities. So currently the Alki Labs World Smart Cities, they are working together on building up the master plan of the smart city initiatives in 7 different spots, 7 different places around the world, including here in the United States and also in Europe. And currently we are working together with Prime Minister's Office of Ukraine and also the Hanoi City Government in Vietnam. So actually the thing it will be pretty much similar because we are put people before anything else, even the technology and solutions. And the technology and innovation-based smart city is very, very meaningful and very important. So that's what we're trying to do now. And this is the scale of the location of Hoang Kim district of Hanoi. The Hoang Kim is the first district and also a very important spot of Hanoi because you probably remember the leadership, the president of United States and also leader of North Korea, they had a summit talk 3 years ago. That is the place where that summit talk was actually happening. This one is a mixture of Vietnamese, the conventional culture with the European culture mingled all together. So you can see that a lot of people walking down the streets in every weekends, and you can see a lot of people have different activities, and you can eat, smell the conventional markets, and lots of boutique hotels around, and the lake inside of is in the middle of it. Then this area should be done under the urban regeneration and bring up a lot of the future technology and solution will be embedded in here. And what we're trying to do with the themes in smart mobility, first of all, because the air pollution is one of the big factor that was actually biggest concern for the government and also people, residents in Hanoi, because 7% of the annual economic growth rate is actually a good thing one side, But on the flip side, there's also the another factors to generate a lot of pollutants in the sky, and also water treatment is another issues there. So we are trying to change the scooters or motorcycles running inside of Hanoi, which is huge numbers of it, probably more than 3 million scooters running around the city. We're trying to go step by step and changing the existing one to the electricity version. So it will be change the entire thing in terms of the platforms. So we need a sensors, we need the data collecting components, and we need the street parking, we need an EV charging station, battery charging stations. So this entire ecosystem will be affected in the future of Hanoi. The people can actually smell, and people can the experience, and something really changed. And the smart water is one thing, because the Hanoi means like the city with a water. So we're trying to figure out how to make the water much more cleaner, how we actually send the water from here into the other end, and how to just purify the water, and how to utilize the water, how just convey water from one side to the other. And digital smart city is we're talking about the digital twin initiatives. So we're trying to take advantage of the collecting data and the building up the construction sites, and also the roads and streets in all different way. And this is actually the smart city we are trying to aiming at right now. And emergency energy efficiency is also the one important angle that we actually seeing right now with the government of Hanoi. And for example, P2P energy platform could be one of the things, and clean energy initiatives is also will be applied to this. And for example, building energy and zero energy buildings and zero energy houses, and that will be also another themes that we're actually looking at right now. Making the city much more safer, and making the citizens much more effective in costs, buying the houses and living in there. So that will be another angles that we actually see that. And we also see the infrastructure in terms of smart mobility and smart life and safety and smart energy and smart finance. So about 5-6% of the entire population in Vietnam, they're using still cash rather than credit cards. But we are seeing that they're using the financial payments, smart payment system will be another target goals and for the smart city in Hanoi. And tech sandbox model is a little bit different from other smart city initiatives in Asia, even in Europe. Most of the smart city initiatives come from the government, like top-down initiatives, most of cases. But we are thinking about a different way. About 30% of the budget of the smart city initiatives goes directly to one of the best tech companies, which they can, where they can actually bring their solutions in it. So we are going through the open, fair competition throughout the validation period of time. So we will be actually open to not only Vietnamese local enterprises or startups, but also open to the any tech startups with high potential capabilities in the world. So we are trying to invite more than 100, probably maximum 200 startups every quarter. Every quarter is starting from the January, ending the end of December. So we go through 5 different programs from 2021 until 2026. So once the companies picked up from the Open Tech Week, they will be advanced into the Smart City Tech Sandbox. They will be invited. So Open Tech Week goes now until the end of August. And then the selected and invited startups or tech companies into Smart City Tech Sandbox, they start verify their solutions with the local governments and other enterprises here in Vietnam. And then after 5 months, then about 30% of the contestants will be picked, and they will sign the contract with the local governments and the SPC, which is Special Purpose Corporation, to run this whole entire initiatives. So everything will be done and processed throughout the official platform, which is XnTREE.co. So if you actually just jump in the website, and you can get some information, and there are membership bases. So all the members must, if any companies to try to show their ability, they have to become the membership first. So all the members, they are eligible to pitch, and also eventually they can be invited to Smart City Tech Handbooks in the end. So the biggest benefits for the startups, they can win this reference. They getting the the project fees from the government and SPC, and at the same time they have an opportunity to raise a fund, like between Series A and Series C in terms of a high growth fund. And then they can go advance to other smart city initiatives and projects that we are running, or maybe our partnerships running around the world. So the role is very simple thing. Archive Labs are raising funds to support the smart city projects in Hanoi and other countries. And World Smart Cities Forum is leading initiatives working together with these two. And they are, signing the mandates and to build up the master plan for the basic concept and implementation level, working together with the other two entities. And XnTREE is well known, the tech accelerator based in London. Now it actually opened up back in 2019 in New York City. So XnTREE will operate and manage the Smart City Tech Sandbox, and also this Open Tech Week. So this is it. And if you need to get some more information, you can come into the site and the World Smart Cities Forum and XnTREE.co. So from now on, I'd like to introduce a preeminent speaker, Mr. Ajishi Taira. He's a managing director of Mistletoe Singapore Pte. He's from Singapore. I think he's from Japan, but he now is actually operating the company in Singapore at the moment. So Ajishi, can you?
Sure. Can I share screen now?
Sure. Yeah.
Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great. Thank you very much. My name is Atsushi Taira Misuto, Singapore, obviously from Singapore. Today, I am going to talk about kind of initiative called Audacity, right? Quite audacious name. It's Alternative Universal Design for a City. Actually, it's a little bit too much because we are just the beginning. So don't worry, just a small step we are taking. But vision-wise, we'd like to be big. But before talking about the details, I think it's better to explain who we are, because Misuto itself, the name is a little bit interesting name, right? Misuto was founded by Taizo Son, who is the serial entrepreneur, and actually known for in Asia, especially a successful gaming company IPO, Ganho. And also younger brother of Masayoshi Son of SoftBank. Maybe you guys know that the SoftBank, it's a little bit crazy founder, is running a big vision fund. And actually I was a part of the SoftBank, and then I met with Taizo when I worked for SoftBank under Masayoshi Son. And then I was involved many project and startup investment, and also operations of JV in many countries like US and India and Japan. And then we started the Misuto together with Taizo about 5 years ago. And then, so what is Misuto? So Misuto, we call ourselves, it's kind of collective impact communities, then solving issues of the world by innovations, by communities, power of the communities, right? So that's our sort of a concept to make the world a better place for the next generation. So we're pretty much focused on the positive impact, and also try to make the world a better place by innovations. And also we actually invested in a lot of startups But also we do our self-made project in a hands-on basis. So I think working together with startup, and also we do ourselves the project together to create a better future. And then, as I mentioned, pretty much focusing on the positive impact, then actually return on investment, because always a positive impact will be high priority. And then, of course, in order to sustain, we need to have some return, but impact will come first. And we invested in more than 200 startups and then micro BCs in 5 years. So in total, roughly speaking, 400 million-ish last 5 years. But we are not fund structure nor VC structure. It's more like a family office structure. So no investors behind, of course, except Taizo-san. And then we can see more longer term return on investment, and then not short term, right? And then geographically widespread, including Silicon Valley, Japan, northern part of Europe, and also India, and also Southeast Asia. And then also wide range of the target segments, such as autonomous car. So actually one of the startup, called Zoox was acquired by Amazon recently. It's a unicorn. And also drone companies and recycle, upcycle, and farming and food, healthcare, a lot of different kind of segment, but all those are part of the actually city or living space. And then Audacity is actually our latest community for our future of living and city. Especially we are thinking about designing a city from zero scratch. So just think about, 100 years ago in New York, this is a photo, right? It's cars and also roads and then buildings. And of course, the Peter is from New York. So it's a kind of similar structure. So roads and buildings and also cars, right? So of course, nothing wrong, but if you look at current format, last 100 years, we studied the industry revolution and then focusing on transportation, logistics, and infrastructure. And then city was mainly designed for workers and also efficiency, right? Of course, no brainer. It was a driving force of the modern societies, right? And contribute a lot, right? But, we know we have seen a lot of issues because of this extreme centralization and also urbanization, right? Cause a lot of a problem, congestion, pollution, environment issue, of course, mental issue like a depression, and also community issues, inequality. So a lot of issue, unfortunately, it's kind of flip side. And so I think we need to think about, something alternative option or something different way, because we need to think about, okay, 100 years from now, so we're going to continue this or not, right? For our child and children and also grandchildren, I think we should continue current form, maybe not, right? So that's why I think time has come. That's our kind of basic thought and background. So we believe, like a sort of we need to think about some sort of paradigm shift change. So we have been working on something like a very technology centric. Nothing wrong. I love technology, but sometimes technology is not exactly purpose, right? I think the most important thing is that what for? As Peter said, right? It's more like a humanity centric design should be made, and also supported by technology and innovation. So I think, of course, the technology innovation should be there, of course, but we need to have some philosophy and also purpose before just deploying the technology. That's quite important. It's a little bit, the change, but I think it's quite a big impact in terms of design thinking. And Audacity started actually as a public-private partnership at JID in Singapore, Jurong Innovation District, about 2 years ago, which is located at the west side of the Singapore. I think most of people understand the east side is fully developed. It's a big city like other cities. But west side is a still jungle over there. So there is a project next to 10, 20 years, about 600 hectares of land will be developed. And we partnership with the JTC, Jerome Town Corporation, which is a government agency, and then which there was about 30% of the Singapore, actually huge part of the Singapore land development. And then partnership with Nanyang Tech University and also another government agency called Enterprise Singapore. And we try to provide some sort of a alternative option design versus current norm, and also try to build a city from zero scratch concept much as possible, and also leverage startups and also research-based innovation. So it's quite a long term, not short term. We are looking for 10 years or more longer than a few years, right? So I think that it could be making sense to put the innovation hub or district in the heart center of the city, and then continuously test new hypotheses and also ideas and technologies over there, and then nurture the people who understand those technology and concept. And then, by doing so, we can sort of see some sort of metabolism of the city that will be keep running, right? And then continuously test the new ideas, and then city itself will be updated continuously. I think that is quite important concept for the next generation smart city. Um, since it's a zero scratch, I think this is the kind of outcome of our workshop, and then scope is actually huge. So as you can see this chart, um, mostly smart city focusing on infrastructure. Of course, that's so important: energy, water, housing, logistics. But we realize there are a lot of changes happening on individual quadrant and community quadrant. And of course, the learning will be changing because remote learning or remote work, and also wellness, healthcare will be much more important before now. And then community aspect, we need to address inclusiveness and equality, and then ownership will be changing. Maybe sharing could be more popular in the future. And then public service also quality is also important. And then even production, especially Singapore government is aiming 30% food security by 2030. So usually maybe farming could not be part of a city design, but now farming and also agriculture, aquaculture is part of the city design, mandated here in Singapore. And also even manufacturing because of the 3D printing, additive manufacturing. So I think on-demand basis manufacturing can be happen inside the city. Then manufacturing also part of a city design. And then obviously sustainability, environment conscious should be put in place by default. That's why quite wide range of things need to be considered and think about it. And we are actually looking for kind of ideas and startup and technology of kind of alternative options, as you can see on this chart. So this is also kind of output of our workshop and also research. We are big fan of the off-grid structure, decentralized, human autonomy, and of course sustainability, circular economy, preventive healthcare, micro scale, empowerment, do it yourself, democratize the technologies for the people, and human augmentations, and also well-being and climate resiliency and things like that. So, and then when we see that technology and also startup, we are looking for this kind of the keywords, to work together. And then I think that we are looking for such kind of startup and also innovative people who are passionate about these kind of keywords. Of course, concept-wise are great, but how are we going to start, right? So to start with this long journey, we are now setting up the kind of, we call it playground for innovators for startups. So physically, virtually. So we provide a sandbox and also living labs. So actually freedom of testing and also prototyping, showcasing to show what will happen in the future. And also this was kind of before COVID, but co-living, co-researching, and unfortunately it's not easy, but we try to invite many people from outside, maybe virtually now, but in the future physically, and also motivate young people, innovators, because we are talking about 10 or 20 years future, right? So in that case, current 20s will be the center of the population. So without involving young people, how come it is possible to design the future of the city, right? Because that's for them. And so we kickstarted the sort of a seeding projects by ourselves because we cannot wait. That's why we gathered the people and then we started some project and then setting up the workshop facilities and also testing bed now, and then building a sort of community with a different type of the people, because in order to address a wide range of the issues and also domains, obviously we need a different type of the people, background, organization, and those skill set, right? So that's now we are doing. And so again, in order to provide alternative options, it is crucial, very different kind of people. So I think a diversity is quite important, and the cross-pollination is so important. And then in this year, 2021, so we can start the physical activities finally. So we are setting up the small piece of land, actually 6,000 square meter, very small, but put in place a multiple startup and also research solutions to show the future hypothesis tangibly, and then advocate the alternative option, the future structure. So I believe that in order to develop a smart city and then future living, I think it is crucial to nurture the next generation people who understand the new concept, new technology. Because without people, even though we push the technology, it could not be deployed and also could not be understood. So that's why we are nurturing people first and also supporting enabling technology nearby in the heart center of the city. So still very beginning, and then no guarantee could be a good approach or not. But we are so excited, and also we are so enjoying. And then I'm hoping that Audacity will accelerate leaping-frog innovations of the future city design together with like-minded people or like-minded partners, and then develop market and emerging market together hand in hand, because sometimes radical alternative options will be deployed emerging market first. Because I came from Japan, but sometimes it's not easy to deploy the big change in developed countries because a lot of legacies and also some book pushback. And then I think maybe emerging market could be a better place to begin with new innovations. That's my belief. So be a part of the Audacity movement and together, so let's reimagine the concept of the cities. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jesse-san. I think this is actually gives the people and audiences amazing opportunities to understand what you're trying to do throughout the platform of Audacity. So I think there are a lot of something in common between Audacity and the smart city initiatives we are actually building on.
I heard many common keywords. Yeah,
right,
that's
exactly.
so grateful.
Not
easy to hear the similar concept and align the concept. Be honest, this is a kind of rare opportunity for us as well.
I'm really excited about that. Yeah, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
From now on, okay. So the next speaker. Sorry. So I'd like to introduce the next speaker, Mr. Jawad Sadar, and he's a Future Cities and Prosperity Specialist at the Department for International Trade, DIT, United Kingdom. So welcome him. He's gonna speak about something really interesting. Jawad?
Thank you, Peter. I'm just gonna share my screen so you guys.
Okay.
Let's see. Is that working?
Yep.
Brilliant, thank you. Well, thank you again, Peter. So my name is Jawad Sardar. I'm the Future Cities and Prosperity Specialist for the UK's Department for International Trade, DIT, and I look after future cities and prosperity programs for DIT across South America, parts of Africa, Turkey, and Southeast Asia. So DIT, just a quick introduction to who DIT are. So the Department for International Trade is the trade and investment agency of the UK government. We have offices in over 100 countries globally. We help UK companies export into markets. We help international companies expand operations into UK, so both an export and an FDI offer. And we also help in the agreements, free trade agreements and trade transition and trade continuity agreements that have been taking place since the UK has left Europe for the European Union. So to speak a bit about the UK's relationship with the Asia Pacific and UK's relationship with Vietnam in particular to do with technology and smart cities. So the UK and Vietnam have been enjoying close diplomatic relationships for almost 40 years now. In 2020, both countries celebrated 10 years of successful implementation of the UK-Vietnam strategic partnership, forging an increasingly productive bilateral cooperation, which increased bilateral trades by up to 2.5 times, peaking at 6.5 billion USD, almost a 20% year-on-year growth. Vietnam's economy was the second fastest growing market in Southeast Asia in 2019, with figures showing almost 14 billion USD of trade during 2019 and expected to peak at around 52 billion in 2025. It's a fantastic opportunity for joint UK-Vietnam technology initiatives. To this effect, the UK's Department for International Trade has been organising several initiatives to promote Vietnam as an exciting digital market for UK businesses, and to share UK experiences and expertise in smart cities, cybersecurity, 5G, artificial intelligence, financial technologies with Vietnamese public and private sector. The UK is a world leader in innovative application of technologies. Much has been spoken about previously and commented on by Peter in his initial presentation. But across all sectors, particularly smart cities, the UK holds global leading expertise. We've been active in development and commercial applications of smart cities now since the 1990s. And the UK has been at the forefront of digitizing government services and promoting open use of data at both national and local levels, positioning the UK again as a world leader in development of smart cities. The Vietnamese central and local government have established their strong support of smart city development in Vietnam, especially within major cities, allowing great opportunities for UK and Vietnam to work together on smart cities. And so UK's relationship with Vietnam and the wider Asia Pacific. So as of Monday, the 1st of February, many of you would have seen in the news the UK submitted notification of intent to begin the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, so the CPTPP accession process. This is the first formal step towards accession before formal negotiations start later in the year. The CPTPP being the trade agreement between countries including Vietnam and Malaysia in the Asia Pacific. Earlier this year, you would have seen the announcement that the UK was awarded a dialogue partner status for the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, so the ASEAN bloc. As a dialogue partner, the UK gains high-level access to ASEAN alongside enhanced practical cooperation on various policy issues with the regional bloc. And why these are of significant interest and significant relevance to technology and the UK's and Vietnam and the wide Asia Pacific technology partnership and agreement is they greatly enhance some of the existing work and programs that we have active in market. And I'll just talk you through a couple of these now. So the Digital Trade Network is a UK's Department of International Trade and Department for Digital Culture and Media and Sport initiative. It's an £8 million network that was launched in 2020, summer of 2020, to help enhance UK ASEAN tech collaboration and trade. The Digital Trade Network will work closely with Tech Nation, one of the UK's leading expert organisations for scaling up tech businesses, to ensure that innovation is shared between the UK and partners in the ASEAN region. The DIT's Export Academy is a part of the UK's technology recovery strategy. This is a 9-month programme where 30 leading SMEs within the smart city sector in the UK are going through a 9-month programme in collaboration with some of the leading consultancies in legal, finance and accounting, the likes of PwC, Deloitte, KPMG, BDO, Taylor Wessing, EY, HSBC, Santander and many others. The 9-month programme will take the 30 businesses through issues related to intellectual property, legal, finance and accessing opportunities and doing business in market in the Asia Pacific. We will be focusing on Thailand this year, but Vietnam and other nations within both the ASEAN Southeast Asia, and Asia Pacific are a part of the wider program. Other programs that we have active, so the Prosperity Fund Global Future Cities program is a large £80 million global program that is delivering 30 technical assistance projects across 10 countries in 19 cities. 11 of those technical assistance projects are within 6 countries in the ASEAN region. 2 of those being within Vietnam, where we are looking at smart ticketing systems in Ho Chi Minh City, and also looking at digitizing the inventory for drainage system in Ho Chi Minh City to help them with flood management. Alongside that, we are also this year publishing smart city handbooks for Vietnam, Malaysia, and Philippines, and this is in continuation of work that we did in last financial year with a smart cities handbook that we launched for Thailand, which is open and accessible for the public online. And I'm happy to share a link with anybody who's interested in downloading that handbook. What these handbooks do are a deep dive into the market smart cities opportunities, and then matching that with UK specialist expertise and the UK smart cities journey to allow each of these markets to understand how the UK became a global leader within smart cities, and how cities like London, Bristol, and Manchester have been able to achieve phenomenal success in deployment of smart cities applications. We're also working in the Philippines with the Livable Cities Lab and the Makati Business Club, where we're helping them upgrade the Livable Cities dashboard, which is an open data dashboard that is used by all cities and towns in the Philippines, and is the only dashboard and data source of its kind where publicly available data is able to be used by businesses and academia alike. And the dashboard is now going to be used for the vaccine rollout in the Philippines, and is being supported by us in the UK and by leading technology companies in the UK. We're helping to upgrade it to make it more innovative and intuitive to be able to help the government roll out the vaccine in a successful manner. So these are a couple of existing programs that we have in the region, and are hopefully going to lead on to many other conversations and partnerships in market. So why the UK and smart cities? You know, I spoke about the UK's expertise in smart cities, and I spoke about why the UK has been able to position itself as a global leader. And this, one of the pivotal roles behind that is the role of the government. And the government has been able to be a funder, a coordinator, and a regulator of the market. And this model is a hugely successful model, and I know this is one that Peter has spoken quite length about in his presentation around public and private partnerships, and the UK being a very successful example of some of these public-private partnerships being incubators and accelerators of technology and innovation to allow smart cities to grow successfully. The UK is home to a number of leading smart cities. I mentioned London, I mentioned Bristol, I mentioned Manchester. These are the better known ones, but alongside them we also have Glasgow, we have Edinburgh, we have Oxford, we have Cambridge. We are leading some of the most cutting edge smart cities projects and demonstrated projects globally. So these are projects that are looking at autonomous vehicles, looking at satellite technologies, looking at artificial intelligence, looking at IoT, sensors, blockchain. So a huge variety of projects happening all across the UK. That many people are becoming increasingly aware of now. Alongside that, we are home to over 200 accelerators, incubators, and demonstrator projects. These are projects that are being delivered across the UK that have public, private, and academic partnerships in place, where private institutes are working with local governments and with leading universities on R&D and demonstrator projects to again deploy the technologies that I spoke about just a little while ago. And alongside that, we also have some of the leading world R&D research and development organizations and institutes in the world. A couple of those being the Alan Turing Institute, that is a leading artificial intelligence and robotics institute. The Urban Innovation Lab, based in both London and Milton Keynes, which is a combination of public and private sector coming together to provide a test bed for urban innovation. The Institute of Future Cities in Scotland, and also Centre City, based in Liverpool, which is home to some of the leading innovation and policy and regulation issues related to sensors and IoT networks. And so again, the UK and why it's a unique place for both technology and smart cities, and why it's a partner, should be a partner of choice for many organizations and public sector organizations, both in Vietnam and the wider Asia Pacific region. Here are a few statistics on the UK's technology industry. You know, the UK and London being the #1 destination for investment in Europe. It's actually more capital investment coming into UK and London than its nearest European competitors combined. We have 5 cities from the UK in the top 20 European cities for tech investment. Tech subsectors, the likes of artificial intelligence, robotics, and IoT, individually have been able to bring in over £10 billion of investment just in 2019 alone. Just an example of the magnitude of investment that's happening within the country. The UK is home to 77 unicorns, so these are companies valued over $1 billion globally, and that we're third, behind only San Francisco and Silicon Valley and Beijing in China. And so it's the #1 destination for technology in Europe, and it's been able to foster incredible innovation, incredible technologies that are now available globally for both public and private partners to make use of and to help develop smart cities. Within smart cities, just to quickly talk about some of the priority subsectors that we work with in the UK and where the UK specializes in terms of SMEs. We have over 30,000 SMEs working within the smart cities sector. These work in a number of subsectors. 9 of those are on your screen at the moment. So a lot of these match quite closely with some of the core themes of the World Smart Cities Forum and XnTREE's Technology Sandbox plan and Smart Cities Master Plan for Hanoi. And you know, it's a fantastic example of the breadth of innovation that's happening in the UK. And just to give you a couple of these examples, you know, smart mobility, in the UK, we're leaders on technologies that are improving transportation, so intelligent transport systems, smart ticketing systems. I spoke about our work with Ho Chi Minh City with development of a smart ticketing system. London, Manchester, Bristol, home to some of the leading smart ticketing systems on public transport networks in the world, and now more and more companies in the UK are working with cities globally to help them develop their own payment systems and smart ticketing systems. Alongside that, in mobility, we are home to some of the leading autonomous vehicles projects. The Driven project, led by Oxbotica in Oxford, being one of the leading projects looking at issues related to insurance and safety and real life use cases for autonomous vehicles. You know, they trialed over 5 years, hundreds of miles of autonomous journeys between Oxford and London. And that project wound up in 2019, and the findings are readily available online. And Oxbotica are now working with increasing number of international cities to help them develop autonomous vehicles legislations and policies. Alongside that, there's a number of expertise in the UK around the key technologies that we also identify as being the underpinners of smart cities. So your ICT infrastructure, geospatial technologies, sensors, the Internet of Things, data analytics, automation, and blockchain. Again, just a quick example of some of the smart mobility stuff that's happening in the UK. This is to align with some of the key themes that Peter mentioned. So the XnTREE technology sandbox we'll be looking at in Hanoi. Smart mobility, I spoke about the Oxbotica Driven program, the contactless multimodal payment systems we have in London, Manchester, and a number of other cities. The UK is home to one of the most successful private sector-led mobility as a service projects, being City Mapper and the City Mapper Pass, which allows a one payment solution to multiple transport solutions, both public and private, which is a fantastic example of mobility as a service being successfully implemented in a major city like London. Alongside that, Peter spoke in quite a bit of detail around BIM, so building information modeling and digital twins. Smart governance is a major part of the success of UK smart cities, and we have a huge service offer looking at all important aspects of digital governance or smart governance. Organizations like the British Standards Institute leading on BIM, the Building Information Modeling Certification, Digital Twins Certification, and the building of digital twins and legislation around open and big data for public and private organizations. Many of our cities here in the UK have open data stores. The London Open Data Store is a fantastic example of how revenue can be generated by local governments opening up their data sources and their data sets to the private sector. Over 180 million was raised in revenue just by TfL, so the Transport for London, opening their data sets to the private sector to use to help build better transportation systems. And then finally, Peter mentioned safety and living, and so smart urban planning is a huge part of where the UK's expertise lies. We work with, or we have in the UK, some of the most phenomenal internationally recognized architecture urban planning organizations that are now increasingly deploying artificial intelligence, IoT, sensors, blockchain, and other sort of innovation technologies and emerging technologies to build better spaces and better places. And prior to me, Mr. Atsushi spoke from Mistletoe about humanity-centric places and humanity-centric cities. And I think that's a brilliant phrasing of what is a incredibly important concept now. And in the UK, we have some incredible urban planning companies that are leading this human-centric transformation of cities and almost fighting back against the technology-centric version of smart cities that was the early progress of smart cities. And so there's huge and phenomenal examples in the UK of some really well-designed cities that have people and the use of public spaces at the center of their development. And finally, just before I close, I just wanted to bring attention to an event that we, the UK government and DIT, are hosting in March, the week of 8th of March, as a part of the Export Academy that I spoke about earlier in the presentation. We will be hosting the DIT's Export Academy Technology Festival, which is a B2B matchmaking exercise or matchmaking event that will take place over 5 days in March, where we are inviting both public and private sector organizations from the Asia Pacific to come in and meet with the Export Academy cohort, which is a list of 30 companies there that are on your screen. These are some of the most innovative and leading smart cities organizations in the UK, covering everything from smart mobility, environment, IoT, blockchain, sensors and environmental sensors, and autonomy and human autonomy, and urban planning. And so it's an invitation to everybody who is watching this either live or will be watching this, as a recording, to register as stakeholders or interested buyers onto the platform to speak with any of these businesses. If you have any interest in procuring from the UK, you have any interest in investing in any of these businesses from the UK, or have any interest in learning more about UK's specialist smart cities technologies and how to get involved with these businesses. Thank you very much. My details are there on your screen. Please do feel free to reach out to speak about anything related to UK government and UK government's initiatives in smart cities, both in Vietnam and the wider Asia Pacific and the ASEAN region. Thank you very much, Peter. I'm very happy to take any questions both now or anytime after the event. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Jawad, and thank you for sharing your insights and explaining about the British ecosystem and the direction of the small cities and ongoing stuff right now. Because I started my another career in the UK in London from 2012, and I actually experienced myself, the David Cameron, the former prime minister's new opportunities with bringing up the innovations like a Silicon Valley in London. So tech city initiatives are kind of really fascinating. And it was really amazing. And Eric van der Klee, my partner back then, actually just built up as a CEO, the first CEO of the Tech City initiatives. And then he built up the 1139 in Canary Wharf. And I actually was really amazed by the process and also the a lot of things going on in the UK, because I had a kind of different mindset that the UK the ecosystem much more like more conservative than the United States. But I was wrong totally. So because now the innovation is led by the entire ecosystem in the UK, and they call it as a Tech Nation initiatives, and you can feel very different. A lot of people maybe recognize the UK as the Premier League in football. The matches are everywhere, and they're competing each other all the time. But really, I think the innovation-wise, they bring up a lot of things all together. So a lot of people are aware of the unicorns popped up in Silicon Valley and Israel. But if you actually go to London, you definitely see that the average 1 or 2 unicorns popped up every month. So that is a very important key, and how the government's role is like. So we are trying to understand from the reference from the UK's examples, and the role we are trying to do, working together with the Vietnamese government, to how they bring up their ideas and how they support the ecosystem in Vietnam to benchmark from London or the entire UK. So personally, I think that the potential cities and places in the UK, I believe that the Glasgow in Scotland and Manchester could be one of the key things. Probably maybe the bureaucrats in the UK could be driving much more stronger. And collaborations with the academia and industries and the government, this kind of triangle collaboration is the key. And it cannot actually monopolize its power over to other the organizations or the the ecosystem. It should be a kind of balance of power to support the whole ecosystem. That's what I'm thinking right now. So thank you very much for your insights, Sanzawat, and every judge is in here. They might actually have some questions, and probably you can actually talk later anytime soon. From now on, I'd like to introduce the amazing judges and to evaluate the startups who are pitching today. Let me share this just a second. And okay, we have the lines of, the great the judges of the list. First of all, Mr. Dennis Guarda, CEO and President Chairman of the Cities ABC Studium and Tech ABC from the UK. And Mr. Mungo Park, Head of CSCOE and KPMG from South Korea. Ms. Temi An, Managing Partner, Lodestar Tea from Singapore. And Mr. Joao Lucas, CEO of Digital Salutem. I'm not quite sure if I just pronounced this correctly. He's from the UK. Mr. Angel Garcia is a founding partner, Lanta Digital Ventures from Barcelona, Spain. And Mr. Elliot Chan, Managing Director from World & Co, based in New York City. And he's from here in New York City as well. Dr. Amir Goodman is a Managing Partner of Aviv Venture Capital from Tel Aviv in Israel. Ms. Selena Le, CEO of WSAFE Impact Venture Builder from Vietnam. Mr. Joe Kim is also my partner, Managing Director, XnTREE UK. So from now on, I'd like to give every judges have introduction for 1 minute, and then we can actually introduce the first startup to be pitching. Let's start with Denise, please.
Hello, everyone. First of all, congratulations, Peter, and everyone involved in this amazing project. And I think it's great to be part of this platform. I think just one note for Atsushi, Tyra, I'm actually working on the concept of Society 5.0. It's actually my next book. So it's exactly coming from the Japanese study about creating a society more human-centric where technology empower people. This is great. And as well, being based in the UK, I saw exactly working with Peter and Eric van der Klee, she's a good friend, the potential here. So I think in a nutshell, I'm the founder of the group Studium that publishes the platform citiesabc.com, that is precisely a cities and smart cities platform, wiki, and marketplace on its inception, but is already with a huge traffic. and as well the Open Business Council platform, that is a platform focused on business and empowering of business, exactly what we're discussing here worldwide, and working with governments, cities, and business all over the world, and a lot of universities as well. I'm as well an academic, although right now I'm more an author. I don't have time to teach, but working with leading universities. So a pleasure to be here. And I think most of people would just search for my name. I'm a bit all over the internet, as well as a YouTuber, and interviewing over 150 people worldwide, including ministers. So as well, discussing these things and take it worldwide. And Peter as well was interviewed. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Mr. Park.
Yeah, thank you, Peter. I'm very pleased to be here and actually honored. And my recent role in Keeping Korea is about the Smart X projects, city, factory, manufacturing, and farm. And while doing that, we can observe not only the technologies, but also, Ajishi just mentioned, not only technologies, but also behavioral science of people and service design, adopting design thinking and building ecosystem is important. So yeah, my viewpoint as a judge will be as such. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Selena?
So good evening, everyone. I'm very happy to join this. So I'm manager director and founder of Develop Impact Venture Builder. We focusing on supporting the startup locally and globally for climate solution. And also we focus on biotech and deep tech next few years. So we want Vietnam have more, high quality startup. Design startup, just not some very random and very loud early stage. That's why we start this venture builders. We hand on startup. Thank you, and we all join from yesterday and tonight. That very nice open take of speeches and all amazing pitching from startup around the world. Thank you, Peter, so much.
Thank you very much. Actually, I'm so sorry that it was a little late night over there. It's actually in the morning here, but.
Startup we working late,
confused to be by the time zone, different time zone now. Mr. Huao, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, sure. Well, hello everybody. Well, for me it's good afternoon, but it could be good morning, it could be good evening. Delighted to be here, Peter. Thanks for the invitation, and nice to be amongst the other thought leaders. And thanks for the amazing presentation so far. So my name is João Bocas, Portuguese national resident in UK for the past 20 years. I'm actually the CEO of Digital Solutum, which is a boutique consultancy company working globally, primarily in emerging technologies in healthcare. My primary industry is healthcare. I also work with wearables. I'm involved in many different things. I'm also a keynote speaker and an influencer, a B2B influencer in social media. And lately, I've been working with a lot of technology brands around healthcare, but emerging technologies. So smart cities is an interest of mine. And if you want to also follow some of my work, I recently launched a YouTube channel with a focus on healthcare technology, where I interview global leaders around the world and talk about different challenges, different things in technology, digital transformation in healthcare, but also wearables, but coming from a public sector and also private sector. So it's a resource there for all of you to tap into. And I'm delighted to be here and looking forward to the startup pitches. Many thanks.
Many thanks as well. Elliot.
Hey everyone, typically based in New York, but today calling in from Los Angeles. So I represent the morning side of the area here. Peter, thanks for organizing everyone here. Great to hear Atsushi's presentation on Audacity. I mean, everything that we're talking about here, I think all of us are very much have aligned visions and shared principles. Me and my team, we tried to attack it from where Peter is talking about on the ArcGI side, really helping the startups with their way of thinking and how they can integrate into a city solution to really build the improvements that we so desperately need. So thanks for being here, and looking forward to hearing today's pitches.
What are you in LA right now?
I'm in LA right now.
What time is over there? It's 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Sorry, during pandemic, it doesn't really matter, right?
Not at all, not at all. And I'd wake up at 4 a.m. to listen to the Audacity as well as the UK. This is vital things that are happening right now.
Okay, all right, good. All right, Angel, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, pleased to be here. It's good afternoon for me. It's napping time here in Barcelona, so I'm gonna stay awake. Very quick about me. I'm the founding partner of Lanta Digital Ventures. It's an early stage venture capital fund. So we invest in companies with disruptive technologies, but with a strong focus in IoT, big data, and artificial intelligence. I'm also advisor to some corporations in their digital challenge to move to the digital transformation, helping them in address those challenges. And before that, I ran for 3 years an international accelerator here in Barcelona, attracting companies from all around the world to support the city and to help the city to develop smart city initiatives. So really glad to be here and looking forward to know more about the companies.
That's great. So it's almost a springtime in Barcelona right now, right?
Well, you cannot see, but I have my shorts with me right now. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay, great. Tammy.
Hi, nice to meet you, everyone. I'm Tammy. I'm a co-founder of Lodestar, which is a Singapore-based independent research platform. And prior to joining, a startup ecosystem, I was an investment strategist with one of global banks, and all of my co-founders had worked with global asset managers and investment banks. So based on our strong research capability and global network, we provide family offices, corporate and institutional investors with private market data and research on the future game changers and potential unicorns. I'm so excited to meet all of you today, and it's an honor to be part of this great program as a judge.
Okay, what's the situation in Singapore right now? Is it everything is fine during pandemic?
Normal, yeah, except wearing a mask all the time.
Okay, so the case is now decreasing.
We have one case today.
One case today?
Yeah.
Really? Okay, it's fascinating.
Yeah,
still a lot of people died. So more than 500,000 people died as of last week. And yeah, a lot of news and hearing coming from the US here. Tiger Woods is actually injured seriously yesterday. So
wow.
That news is actually overcover the the pandemic news at the moment. But anyway, so here's the deal. There are 3 startups pitching today. The first of the startups is Latbio from South Korea. And second startup to be pitching is House 3D from Vietnam. And the third startup is Gonggong from South Korea again. And they will have 10 minutes pitching. And so I want the presenters and from the startups, please be sharp on time. So I probably give you signals of kind of warning signals 1 minute before your closing of a presentation, and another 10 minutes will be spent on the the feedback by your judges, and also the questions will be shared with between the startup presenter and judges. In the meantime, I'd like to double check with the jury scorecard. If you don't have it, please let me know. I believe that everyone has it. In the meantime, you can also use the chat room to just send the message to me directly, or maybe to everyone. Then we can just deal with the problems if you have. So now I'd like to introduce the first presenter from Latbio from South Korea. Are you ready? Who's presenting from Latbio here? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Hi.
Okay, nice to meet you.
In a long time.
Hi.
So can you share the screen?
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Mhm.
Give me more time.
Okay. Actually, that's us. Okay, good. All right, so you can start from now for 10 minutes.
Okay. Hello, my name is Gu. Chinese character Gu means the turtle. I don't know you know the meaning of that. I am in charge of the rat bio. I'm very happy to get the opportunity to introduce my company. Rat bio means the large animal reproduction technology bio. It was the kind of the related the reproduction technology. So one of the representative of the technology is the in vitro fertilization, like the test tube baby. It's much familiar with us. So every single day, we have to eat or use the protein for medicine, cosmetics, or supplementary things. It is the huge market in all over the world is protein. But do you know how bad it is for environment to produce this protein? How much money it needs? Today, I would like to introduce an efficient and best way to produce this recombinant protein. I knew the solution with the mass production of the recombinant protein with the low cost and more human friendly. Do you know what it is? The answer is the genetically engineered cattle. As you know, everyone knows milk is the ideal food for wonderful resource for proteins. If you want to make the protein, you can produce it with the high yield, low cost, and it's more safe from the genetically engineered cattle. For genetically engineered cattle, my science history go back to the 20 years ago. Actually, I am the scientist. Based on my science result, I was found of my company with my collaborators. On 2000 test tube baby, our team was produced, and in 2006, we produced a cloned cow. In 2014, it's an amazing year. We can produce the transgenic milk. Means in milk contains some dual protein. One of the reporter protein, the other is the human protein. It was the amazing result. We can produce the human protein. It's a kind of the medical use for medicine from the milk. Finally, we can generate the transgenic cattle with the genome editing tools for easily tailoring the trait in cat. From 2016, my company was founded. This is the foundation story of my company. It's a rat bio. This is one of the wonderful technology in the rat bio. During around the 10 years, we generating the super transgenic cattle system with the genome editing tool, the CRISPR-Cas9. Maybe you know the CRISPR-Cas9 nowadays, one of the Nobel Prize chemistry area. The technology is the powerful tool generating a lot of the industrial system. Using the CRISPR-Cas9 system and another the biotechnology, the transposon system, with the two kind of the transgenic technology system, we produce the transgenic cattle platform. It means we can produce the multiple transgenic cattle, which can produce a lot of the recombinant protein. You know, our amazing technology and the results are due to the research team and support team. This is STRIDE, our current RATBio members. Was the total is the 20 members we are working in together. Currently, as you see, after the startup, the build up our startup company, as you see, we are developing the 4 different business model. As a short-term business model is the embryo production system. We can produce the in vitro fertilized embryo, means the test tube baby in the cattle or ruminant area. So we can produce the 300 straw every year, and then we can sell the embryo to livestock farm owner and inseminators for each one. We can also produce and sell the new breed of the cattle with the super musk cow or non-prion cattle simultaneously. Because recently our company we produced some special cattle for mad cow resistance cattle, because the mad cow disease is one of the horrible one in all of the world. But basically, scientifically, it was from the prion mutated one. Technically, we was developing the prion mutated cattle. We can produce some special breed with the new founder. And then in the midterm stage, we're gonna produce some designer milk for human. Our cow produced 8,000 kilograms per milk for cow every year, and it was 12,000 it was. Our final goal is to create the biosimilar drug protein for pharmacological company. So one of our final goal is to produce the recombinant protein in cow milk. The global top tier company's capacity for bioreactor volume is 300,000 liters. For RATBio, 30 cow is enough to comparable to current system. It's much higher yield and efficient system. This is the overall market, the cell, new breed, humanized milk, and recombinant protein biosimilar one. This is our final one. We step by step going on to generating the whole great market in the recombinant protein from using the genetically engineered cattle. Lunar year 2021, you know, this year, the year of the ox has arrived. For RATBio, we are planning to expanded our company in overseas. There are 3 reasons. First one, operation cost can be reduced remarkably. Second one is there is no clear regulatory criteria in Korea in genome editing field. Last is expanding our business and research in Korea. It is a little bit hard. Currently in Korea, our company has received $20 million since 2016. Using the investor money, company was working well right now on a small-scale research farm. If we can money over around the $20 million, our company will be much more competitive, and hopefully we're gonna be a unicorn in someday. This is the last slide for you. It is our dream. We want to make the bio farming. In near future, ranch will be no longer be a regular farm. It will be changing the biotechnology, IT convergence, and courtesan and family and experience. Would you like to invest our company for this future? Thank you for your attention. I'm very happy to hear.
Thank you, Mr. Gu Zhang. I think that there might be a lot of questions from the jury. So let's have the spend 10 minutes for the giving him a question and some feedback from the jury. Questions? You have to be unmuted.
So the first use case is cows, beef, correct? Are there other, or what does the roadmap look like for other animals or other foods that you are looking to apply this technology to, or is it only?
We can produce a lot of kind of the species, the technology, but right now we just only focusing the cattle, the species, because my science was based on the build up the based on the luminance system, but I already mentioned about I am the background. My background is the scientific researcher. So we in our research group, we already also produced some in vitro cultured meat cell. Also, we generating a lot of kind of the knockout rat, the knockout mouse, and even the customizing the pig. But particularly the ruminant area is much more industrially. It's a huge market. Particularly, we was focusing in the future plan is the protein. Protein is it can be applied everywhere, the cosmetics, the food, or the medicine, and some research only purpose, some kind of the protein.
Any more questions?
So actually, I'm not an expert in this, the area, but I understand there are a lot of, concerns and regulation in terms of, genetic, seizures. So what do you think about, the regulations?
Yes, there's will be very good questions. A lot of the one I'm already mentioned about. So in South Korea, there is no clear regulation about that. But in the Brazil, like particularly in the South America, the regulation is almost free. Also recently in the Japan, Australia, several in the East Asia, including the Russia, they're gonna making the new rules. But it's not hard, very easy one. But the other country, the EU, European country, a little bit strictly the regulated one. I don't know UK one, but America, United States is very complicated. In the plant area, it's much more easily regulation. But in animal area, but it's very strictly one. But the good news in the United States, recently in United States FDA, they approved some genetically engineered pig for food and medicine, even one. The last year, I was visited in the San Francisco. This is the second trial for the international company IR. But the last year, I was visited San Francisco to produce invest kind of my work. At that time, a lot of some bio company called invest the venture capital was coming there, and then we got the good discussion in there.
Good, thank you. So, in addition to, regulationary issue, what could be the, potential risk factors to your business?
Risk factor means it takes a little bit more time. Because we have to generating the system. First the target is the milk. Milk is it means the cow was born and grown up, and then it takes over 2 or 3 years. So that will be one of the risk factors. But the other one is very competitive one.
We got 5 minutes more, so.
Thank you.
I have questions.
Yeah, thank you.
So would you like to share your main clients that using your product and services? The top 5, the biggest, and the end product that we see, are they using the protein in cosmetic and the other product? So do you consider about the new food for near future? Thank you.
Yeah, you mean the food area?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, right. So I forgot the question about the kind similar one.
Your main client, yeah, that's using your product and services until now.
Pardon me again, please, sir.
I mean the biggest brand that using your product, the client, your main client.
Can you, Dr. Chan, please? I a little bit more confused to understand the questions. Can you help me?
Yeah, Selena, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
My question is, I would like to ask him showing their branding that using their product, the clients, the main clients, how many big brand that using their product and services.
You mean
and the revenue? Yes.
Print. Okay, so can anybody help me out? And because I just don't know exactly what I actually get the question.
I believe she's asking, I mean, if they have current client or customers already, and if they have some revenues.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Do you have clients already or customers?
Yeah, we have the client. The initial stage, we was already we have sold some in vitro fertilized embryo, our technological, the veterinary medical service to our client. I'm just in this today. I'm just was focusing in the future plan. Technologically, in the biotechnologically, we can produce the customizing or tailoring the trait in the animal species, particularly in the cattle area. But right now is we have the B2B model. We have to already sales some of our technical service and also high quality semen or oocyte to our farming or some companies. That will be question. Answer is okay to you?
Yeah, thank you, Gus. Thanks. I have another small question. So, do you have the license, the patent for this technical?
Yeah, that will be also one of the good questions. I have technically I don't have the original genome editing license about that, but I already got the research license from in Korea. But we're gonna go outside internationally. I have to discuss about the kind of the license out from several particularly in the United States, in the UC Davis, the MIT.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I had two questions. One was about how to protect the business. It was intellectual property that Selena just did. If you want to add anything else about how are you planning to develop your intellectual property strategy and which countries do you think that you should cover in order to protect the innovation and the invention? This is number one. And the second is about how to grow the business. I mean, what's your plan? What do you think the go-to-market strategy should be? I mean, how are you going to reach the market? What do you think is the right strategy to put your products in the market?
Yes, thank you for your the comment about some international properties area. So now we are discussing about the kind of the patent issue about the internationally to make it about that. Basically I have the special DNA engineering technology based on the other one DNA technology, but the CRISPR-Cas9, including the genome editing technology, is much more powerful tools to making some super the animals secreting the protein. So right now, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. So, but our patent team, they was suggesting me in United States. They recently very low percentage of some license upfront of the license of the P. It will be spread about the agricultural science area. So we hope to some contract about that one. So still there will be under the risk factor. Also we have to make the solution to in the future.
What is the second question? Sorry about it.
Second question was about the go-to-market, your business model. How do you think is the best way to go to market and put?
Yes, so right now it's we are developing the business model. I already mentioned about we already staged about the super in vitro fertilized embryo, the super cow semen, super cow oocyte. Another one we also recently making the subsides agricultural company. Means that we're gonna more actively sell out the high background genetic background the cattle and to the meat or milk. So we're gonna do in the laboratory, means the research, our core research facility. We're gonna developing some genome engineering sequence technology to find the SMP or the genetic trait to build up and make the super cow. And before that, we wanna do some identified the trait, the genome background, the cattle already staged our subsize the company. So we already next year our sales and the income will be increased more. Over then we hopefully next year we're gonna make the $1 million. We hope.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you. Good. Thanks for the amazing presentation and well done on a really interesting business. I have two questions. One is more a clarifying question for you. So the focus is only on animal health. Are you doing anything in human health in the future or planning to? That's the first question, clarifying question. The second one is you mentioned you're going to go internationally. Do you have any specific markets where you're going to start with? So for example, maybe starting with the US and then coming to Europe. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, thank you for the question. So, firstly, in the laboratory, we was developing for humanized medicine. Means that we gonna already the pilot study. We were already starting the human cytokine. It means previously my study, our company study already we can secreting the human cytokine in the milk. If we successfully the human cytokine in the milk, we're gonna do next year. We're gonna enter the preclinical test in animals. If we successfully pass the preclinical test, we're gonna do enter in the clinical area. Means it will be entered in the human medicine area. So we're gonna do in the future. We're gonna do expanded the technological system in the human medicine area. Well, what's the second one? Sorry, again.
The second one was about your going to market strategy. Really, a follow up from Angel's question. I mean, you mentioned you're gonna go internationally. You're gonna go to US first, or you have a plan to come to Europe? Tell me a little bit about that, please.
Yeah, well, last year I was the big chance to visit the San Francisco to the collaboration in the Korean government in the San Francisco, some venture capital together. But the last, the pandemic, the situation, there will be the problem to communicate to the other country. Also, my friend he was the startup company in the Cambridge. The last years we was a lot of the communicated in the Cambridge area. He was invited me in the Cambridge to introduce my technological system because I mentioned about the mad cow disease, the resistant cattle. In the UK, it's very concerned about the mad cow disease. But we technologically we can make the special cow for resistant to the mad cow disease one. So based on this kind of the new trait that cattle one will be spread out another business model internationally. So I hope so the next year or this year, due to the vaccination system, I hope to visit a lot of countries to communicate spreading the business plan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think this is enough because it's already past the 10 minutes. So thank you very much again, Dr. Professor Gujan, and we'll actually just get back to you with the updates later.
Okay, thank you.
In this channel by the end of today. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you close your presentation deck, please, on the screen?
Okay.
All right, next up, we are going to invite the startup from Vietnam, House 3D. Who's speaking today? You are unmuted. Can you have to change, okay.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Welcome. Can you share the screen?
Yeah, I'll share my screen.
Good.
You already see my pitch?
Yep. Looking good. Good luck.
Okay, my name is Nguyen. Nguyen is often be Vietnamese family name, but in my case, Nguyen is my name. And yeah, I'm the founder and the CEO of House 3D. We are developing and launching a technology platform that supports the furniture and home accessory industry. From interior designing, manufacturing, construction to trading of the furniture and home accessories. And yeah, our vision is to become the global #1 C2M interior design platform. The C2M is meaning the consumer to manufacturer. Yeah, I will talk about the problems that we are solving. Currently in the interior industry, the furniture industry, there are 4 group of stakeholders, and they each stakeholder, they have their own problems. From the homeowner, the interior designer, the distributor is means the furniture and home accessory suppliers, and the 4th is the factory. For the homeowner, currently they have to pay high cost of interior design because they had to find hard to find the interior designer or the architecture, and they have to pay long waiting time for the designer to finish their design. And the most important problem is the design is different from the delivery. The result of the construction based on the design is quite different from the design. Maybe in Vietnam, the delivery of a house is only have around 60% similar to the design, and it more than 30% that is different from the design. For the designer, currently they have to use some software that is hard to learn and hard to interaction to work with, and how to use the software to create the design. They have to pay long time because of, for example, the using the 3D Max or the SketchUp, such software. It takes from several weeks to finish interior design for a house, and they have to pay high cost for the computer. For the graphic designer, they have to pay a lot of money. In Vietnam, they have to pay at least 2,000 or 3,000 US dollars to buy expensive computers for doing the designing using the software, traditional software. And the third problem of the designer, that is they have to design with the graphic materials that absolutely different from the real materials that they are using to build the houses in the local market. For the third stakeholder in the industry, that is, they are the distributors, they are the suppliers. They have a problem in connecting to the buyers in real time. They don't have a connection to the buyers in real time. They don't have the data for doing the marketing and sales activity, and they have to pay high CAC. And the most important problem is that they have to sell furniture and materials that different from the design that made by the designer. For the factory, when they receive an order from the distributor or the home owner, they have to they receive the designs from the designers. They have to redesign it in the from 3D to 2D format in order to do the manufacturing. In the wooden technology, they use the CNC machine. But the CNC machine requires some special format of design that is very difficult to create from the traditional designing tools. And the demand is the manufacturing demand is disconnect with the order from customers, because of in Vietnam, you know, the factory in Vietnam, they have to wait for enough order. For example, they have to wait for 1 week or even 1 month to have enough orders. They collect enough orders from the customers to do one time of running the manufacturing machines. The manufacturing activities in Vietnam or other countries like Southeast Asia countries, they use the undistributed manufacturing method with high cost of infrastructures, and there are a lot of factories. There are a lot of suppliers, and they don't follow any standard in designing or manufacturing. That is a big problem. And our House 3D solution is we provide a solution for all of the 4 stakeholders of the industry. For the homeowner, we provide an online store with a reasonable price. We provide a special platform for connecting from the homeowner to the designers and to the suppliers. We call it the 1 hour online design. We have the 1 hour in Vietnamese. We have the excuse me. Here it is. We have the in Vietnamese the Noi Thật 1/8. It means that the 1 hour house. You can see. Do you see my screen now? Excuse me. Yeah.
I'll see you. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay. And we provide a platform that the homeowner can choose real materials. We provide a library of real materials for the homeowner to do the choosing, select the materials for their house that it can buy directly from the local market. For the designer, we provide a designing tool. You can download it from our how3d.com website. The How3D design tool is only take 3 hours to learn for the amateur user. They don't have to learn from the designing school to do the interior design. And by using some special technology like the 3D and VR design, and we use the cloud rendering technology, so we can make the designing time is shorter, and the cost of design is lower, including the time of designing and the cost of the computer to do for the software to design. And for the designer, we provide a nearly real material library for designing. Currently, we have more than 25,000 of materials items that locally based in Vietnam. For the distributor, we provide we can provide a platform for real-time online order-based purchasing, and the distributor can get customer in a lower cost. They can sell furniture and materials as the design. The design can do by designers or the home owner themselves. And especially for the factory, when the designer design or the homeowner design their house, our technology can automatically create some format, some data format that can use by the machine in the factory for the CNC cutting, for the punching or milling or edge bending for the wooden panel based wooden products. And by using our platform, the interior industry can get online real-time order-based manufacturing. And by using our platform, they can do the distributed manufacturing. For example, in one order, after they design their house, the build of material can be automatically extracted from the design, and the build and that bomb built up material, that bomb can automatically send to the factories, and they can for example, if a factory is just for panel cutting, and another factory can do the edge bending, or they can manufacturing for the leg of the table, and after that they can do the assembling to one product, to one house. And we call this technology is a cloud factory. Yeah, our core technology currently we already developed some special technology to enable the C2M, consumer to manufacturer method in our platform. And for the cloud 3D VR, we have 4 key technology. That is, we have 3D data compression. You know, when they use the cloud, our platform is cloud platform. So you know the 3D data is the traditional data of the 3D file format is very big, and we have some special technology for 3D data compression, so that the user can use our cloud app, only use the 3G or 4G connection. We have a 3D cloud rendering technology. We already optimized it for interior design and housing visualization. And we have a cloud factory of, you know, the BIM and CAD/CAM technology. Yeah, and all of the 3D VR technology is currently stable launch. We already they are already available in the market for using. For big data and AI technology, we are focusing in some special technology in image denoise, in floor plan recognition, image matching for image searching for the furniture products, and we have also developed a solution for augmented reality for user to easily experience the furnitures, the cloud furnitures, and put the furnitures into their living space. And some other technology we are still developing. And this is the solution, but that solution is for the stakeholder of the industries, but we package those solution parts into some product line. Currently we have 4 product line that available to the 5 product line that available to the market. The first is the C2M Cloud Design Platform. This is a design tool that following the BIM methodology, and our design tool is 50 times faster and cheaper than traditional design tools for both. It can be used by both professional and amateur users. The second product is we provide the How3D digital transformation service. Actually, this service is for we digitalize the products and the process of the B2B customers in the interior industry. For example, the real estate, for selling apartments, and the floor, wooden floor manufacturing and selling companies, the furniture selling companies and showrooms. All of them, we can provide the 3D digitalized service and get the data from their real products to our input to our platform. The third product is the 1 hour and smart design, and the 1 hour design is I already show you here it is. This is the 1 hour design platform. User can choose a design that they like, and they can connect with our designers, and after connecting they can get some instruction to finish their home decoration idea. The fourth product is the Cloud Factory service. Currently in Vietnam, we have some biggest company in Vietnam that in the wooden door, and the wooden floor, the panel based wooden company. Some biggest companies joining our platform, and we provide a Cloud Factory technology for them to automatically do the manufacturing from the design that made by our How3D design tool. And we also have the How3D store. The How3D store is a store for user to they can online access to our store and choose their furniture item, and then they can directly put them into the real house using our augmented reality tool. And we have we have a product line that is called affiliate automation. The affiliate automation is a platform for connecting designer to the homeowner and to the suppliers, and the designer can get the commission from the supplier, from the factories, and designer can automatically become an affiliate for the factory or for the suppliers.
Wait, can you actually wrap up, because you're already over your time? So
okay.
Can you just wrap it up in 30 seconds?
Okay. Thank you very much. So currently, the competitors in of the House 3D, we have three biggest competitors here, and you can see how 3D is. We can beat them in our technology. Currently, some player is bigger than us because of they launch. They have a long time launch. Yeah, the competitive advantage of How 3D is we have better rendering quality of the 3D images. We can produce higher quality 3D image, and we have more manufacturing friendly. We have best local design library based on our digital transformation activities for last 2 years. And the UVP of How 3D is we are the fastest C2M home design platform that connects directly from the homeowner demand to the manufacturer machine for optimal supply and best price. Yeah, this is our business model. Currently, we have four selling products that have traction.
Bui, I think that we need to just stop here, because it's already 50 minutes over. Then maybe I can actually share your deck with the judges later on, but it's time to collect all the questions and feedback from the judges. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Well done. Thank you. Now, can anyone from the jury have any questions about House 3D?
So yes, I have question. So first one, what are your milestones? And do you have revenue now?
Yeah,
and what are your advanced technology compared with the competitors?
Yeah. Currently, you can see my traction. Yeah, for the revenue, we have revenue from the 2019, and for the 2020 we have the revenue of nearly $500,000 US, and currently you know some traction. We have more than 80,000 designer accounts and some 100,000 of designs made by How 3D. We have nearly 50 top suppliers that cooperate with us, and they pay money for us. And for the second question from you, what is my competitive advantage, my advanced technology? You can see that here is our advance. We have a better cloud rendering technology. We have How 3D compared to a traditional design application. The user can more easy to learn, and you can see for the SketchUp, it is very hard to use. I already mentioned in this competitive landscape diagram.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
Yeah, I have two quick questions. The first one is, I know the post-COVID people spend more money on home decoration and interior. So what is the average spending per household? So when your customer, how what is the average amount?
Yeah, the customers, actually How3D is the B2B2C platform. So for the customers, for the homeowner, the house owner, they can connect to our platform via the 1 hour design website. And for the designers, they can use our software design. All of them connect in one unique platform.
But do you have any data? How much do they spend?
How much up how much I already spent for the
No. What I mean is, your customers, the users, when they, they buy furnitures or interior design, what is the average amount they spend? Do you have any data or?
The main difference is when they use How3D, they have two biggest benefit. That is they can buy the furniture with cheaper price because of the player they allow us to sell furniture with lower price for the price that's selling at their showroom because of they don't have to pay for the showroom. And the second is when user buy furniture using How3D, they can get the designer free. They can get free design from our designers.
Okay. Yeah. So okay, so usually people buy your product when they purchase new properties or when they renovate their existing houses.
Both of two cases. When user buy new property, buy new house, they can connect with our designer to design a complete design of a house. But when user can buy, for example, they already have a house, they want to buy more furniture. For example, they want to buy a sofa, they just go to our store to find a sofa, and they can use our augmented reality tool to put that sofa into their house, and if they like it, they can purchase. Okay, any question?
Any more questions?
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't have it, I'm actually sharing with you a deck with the jury, so we can actually. By the way, we, you sent this deck to me. It's actually shareable on, internet. Can you send me with the PDF file? It's much better with us.
Yeah, I can send you the PDF file.
Okay, you know my email address, right?
Later or now?
I'll send you my email address so you can actually send it over. All right.
Okay.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for your efforts. Well done. Okay. All right. Now, can you close the your presentation deck on the screen, please? Okay. Next up, Gong Gong from South Korea. Who's going to be speaking now?
Hello.
Hello. By the way, Bui, can you close the your presentation deck on screen?
Okay, just wait me.
All right. Can you just in the meantime, can you introduce yourself, please, Mr. Sun Lee? Mr. Lee? Mr. Lee.
Yes, hello.
Hello, can you just volume up a little bit because we can barely hear your voice.
Hello, yes. Is that okay?
Hold on a second. I think the Bui, can you close your presentation deck? Okay, thank you. So it's your turn now. Can you upload your presentation deck on the screen, please?
Yes.
All right, you have 10 minutes. Please be on sharp.
Hello, my name is Sono Lee, and we are Gonggong Corporation. And
I'm sorry. Can you just raise your voice? We can't really hear your voice.
Yes. I'm sorry. Hello.
Much better.
Yes. Hello, my name is Sono Lee, and I'm Gonggong Corporation, and we make air purification and filters air purifier, air and water cyclone system. The name is Washer. And these days, Hanoi City is the sixth most polluted city in the world. Economic losses of between 10.8 billion and dollars and 13.2 billion dollars, or 5% of Vietnam GDP.
Mr. Lee, can you raise your voice? I think that we are losing your voice here.
So Vietnam air purifier market is growing up, but these products use filters, and the filters gets dirty quickly, and its life is too short. Filters must be replaced every 6 months, and it is too expensive. For example, the most popular air purification filter is about $50. It is too expensive. So, and also incineration of the filter causes most air pollution. It is a vicious, sustainable solution. Air pollution is going bad, and we need more filters, and then carbon emission is going up. So now we need purifying the air with water does not generate incineration waste and can reduce carbon emission. So we use water to sustainable vicious cycle, and then carbon emission come down. Double vortex air purification technology is the low filter air purifier. We use water to clean the air, and the bacteria in the water cannot come out into the air, so it is safe system. And we tested the air burning bacteria reduction test and fine dust reduction test too. And 99% removal is possible when the electric dust collection method is applied together. A method of sinking the dust in the air into the water by overlapping the air tornado and water vortex by using the property of dust sticking to the water. By replacing the conserved parts of the existing technology with rotating water, it absorbs noise and vibration and improves air purification performance. The left is our products, and the right is the cyclone dust collector. You can see the dust going down, and
It is same to these products. The dust is going to down of the water bottom. These products can be significantly lower the cost of the filter. We only need 1.5 liter of water to replace the filter. You do not have to clean it up. The item cleans automatically. Self-cleaning effects of rotating water. Products to be applied to the smart city can be filled and replaced by the product itself. The safest and cheapest eco-friendly air purification technology. Air cyclone to water cyclone. Observe. Option and purification for pollutant air to the water, purification air up to upward. Incense smoke we use, and 3 minutes later we clean this smoke. Competitive technology analysis self-evaluation like this. The filter and disk and water spray, cyclone, electrostatic and photocatalytic and double cyclone. And with filter, it is very expensive and this type can't work with ultrafine dust. It is water spray and cyclone too. And electrostatic is good for ultrafine dust, but it did not work with big dust. And photocatalyst is type is too, but double cyclone type is good for various pollutants, and it is very powerful solution for the air purification system. Comparative product analysis is like this, and air, air purification performance compared to power consumptions. So our products have low price and high quality by the power consumptions. Products details. We are low noise and 9 watts raw power, and it is used by one room, and LED blue light is the operated. Difference in rotation speed between the disk type and the water. The disk type is in this time is the best technology of the market, but our technology is the larger area of the friction between water and air per hour. So the stronger and air purification effects. Total addressable market is about 103 billion, and serviceable available market is about 46 billion. It is about, and in this year we did in correct crowdfunding project, and the result is the $200,000 we funded. So it was very successful, and now we have ISO 9001 certification and KC certification too. And we have 18 domestic and overseas patent and design and trademark rights. And we have PCT patent, and Vietnam patent is also in progress. I'm Sunil Lee, and my major is mechanical engineering, and I'm working as a semiconductor engineer at Samsung Electronics. We work with Capco KDN and Kim and Jang patent. We did join the first Korea government innovation fair with air purification bus equipped with double cyclone air purifier. And we did join the IENA at Germany, and we won the best awards from the AEI, that Leonardo da Vinci Grand Prix. We will the clean air for us and Earth, and we are the Gongong Corporation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. So I think it's time for collecting all the questions from the jury. And any questions from the jury, please?
My first question. Thank you for your presentations. It's interesting. My question is, would you like to share the revenue and the finance plan next 12 months? Thank you.
Mr. Lee?
Yes. We have 50% of the revenue of the funding, and now we prepare for the Indiegogo and Kickstarter funding, and also we supply for the Korea drama, and some projects is going on, and we prepare for the platform service too. Thank you.
Any further questions? Can you actually, Mr. Lee, can you, raise your voice? I can't really hear your voice anyway, because maybe next time, I strongly recommend you to not use the, the ear set or something, because everybody's actually, just like me, I'm just doing naturally. I think that you need to fix it from next time. Any questions from the jury, please?
Okay, I'm sorry.
So what is the average, what is the retail price for the purifier?
Yeah.
Because as a consumer, I will definitely buy one, because in Singapore, we are suffering, from haze from Indonesia, which has, hazardous, the materials. So I'll definitely buy one as a consumer if it works for, purifying air. So what could be the price?
Our product price is
How much?
$200 and
$200.
yes.
So actually, I'm using Venta air washer. So
yes.
So your product is the more competitive in terms of pricing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then how big of a space for the air washer that's on the screen there? Does that work for one room? How big is the room would it work for? Would I need one in multiple rooms? Would it work for an apartment size or a house?
It is 17 square meter and is a little one room can carry. Yes, it is about 17 square meter.
Got it.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
I have a question as well. Lee, thank you for the presentation. You had a slide there about the medical side of things. Where do you see your device going in hospitals, care homes? What I want to ask is more focused on consumer health or more focused on institutions?
Our item use water, and the technology type is among a non-injection technology world highest level of the friction performance between air and water, and this type effective improvement of the various management function like the temperature, humidity, and reduce dust and reduce bacteria and reduce gas and radon too, and increase oxygen is also possible, and ventilation is possible too. So this is combined with the medical data, and then air quality control optimized for personal living environment and health conditions. So we use water with the cycloning system, and we make the IoT system architecture like this. So the cloud server have data, and the IoT device is connected with the server, and then we provide an application for the users, and that then we make the air platform for the users, and we can the increase of our health. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I have, maybe it's not a question, it's a comment, because I understand that you are a very early stage company. Now you are in the Kickstarter, Indiegogo, maybe you haven't manufactured yet the first units. My recommendation is try to have a strong intellectual property, try to be well protected, because having an innovation is something great, but being able to deliver and globally distribute this kind of products is not easy for a small company. So sooner or later, you are going to have to partner or to license with different companies in order to make this business as big as you want. So try to first secure your intellectual property. If the disruption is as disruptive as it looks, try to protect, and it's not in Korea, it's not in China, it's in the US and Europe, where is the global markets are. And second, try to carefully select the right partners in the following years. So try to have the right people helping you to do the right selection, because if you want to become a global company, you are going to need this kind of partnership, because alone is going to be very, very challenging. That's it. That's my two works. Maybe someone can translate accurate later on.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, what is your distribution strategy? So are you planning to distribute by yourself on your own, or are you planning to produce on the OEM or ODM basis?
We consider of the two choices. So we now we make the products. We directly we make the product, and next month we start OEM, and in this year or next year we will ODM to the Samsung or LG. It is our future plan.
Okay.
Thank
So,
you.
okay, thank you.
Okay, I think this is it. Mr. Lee, thank you very much for your dedication. My personal advice on you is, I think the air platform or purification platform is very important too. Somewhere we are trying to do with the smart city projects, and I think maybe you need to convince the investors or industries next time. I think probably I just give you another opportunity to making the pitch, and probably you just well prepared, because you probably maybe losing some of the points that you are trying to focus on during your talk. So I think maybe the good preparations will bring up the good success, and to connect with the best people, the best organization to help you with your business, right? And thank you very much again. Can you close your deck? And also, I need your deck. You are the only one didn't just send me the pitching deck,
I'm sorry.
right? So please do so right now, so that I can actually share it with the other juries. So thank you very much for all, and all the juries. Any comments from the jury? I'll just give you the few minutes to share your insights or your feeling about the presentations. Let's start the pitching and in general.
We start again. Especially for the Vietnam and the second pitches, they focus so much about product, but they don't focus on business model and the milestone and the number that we would like to know and the future plan, because you almost like 5-6 minutes for only talking about product, and what we want to see, that's the business model and the main product, because they have so many products, so we don't know what they focus on. And advanced technologies, like I working with a lot of kind of 3D, furnituring, designing, or even the other better solution. So have to make clear the point, the unique point. Yeah, my comment.
Okay, good point. Anybody else? Anyone else? Denise, do you have any comments? Denise is not here. Do you have any comments on everything?
Yeah, in general, yeah. Thank you so much. I would say, well, just a general rule. Sometimes less is more in terms of slides and being concise about separating things about team. There's a couple of things missing, but I'm not here to criticize. I'm here to encourage you to kind of do better. But sometimes less is more in terms of slides and clarifying what you're doing and everything. But well done, guys. Some really great innovations there, and good luck, and yeah, all the best.
Okay, wonderful. Just before I forget, the jury scorecard, I just forgot there's a kind of section indicating your name. So I'd appreciate if you just input your name on the top of the scorecard, right? And on the dates and today's dates and something, because I'm collecting a number of scorecards everywhere. So it's kind of really complicated. So the one thing that I'm trying to make you understand, because one single startup they can pitch this time, but it's kind of the long-term shot. I think maybe specific companies, for example, Gonggong or House 3D or Lot Bio, they might have another chance to upgrade their versions of the presentation, in the future. So this Open Tech Week lasts until the end of August. Then some of the companies will be invited to Smart City Tech Sandbox right away. So we're just trying to help the startups around the world to show their abilities and capabilities and how they can contribute themselves into the Hanoi Smart City initiatives. In the meantime, Okay, so Elliot, do you have any comments on today's events?
Yeah, I mean, keep it up. Same thing as what Yao said. No more than 10 slides in these. You have to, when you're pitching, you need to get to the point as quick as possible. I know that language can be challenging, but you have an advantage of having the slides to help you through that. And if you're able to keep it concise, no more than 10, I think you'll help people understand your vision as well as the progress that you've made, and that we could use your support. Right? You want to make sure that you're talking to the people that are on the phone or at the meeting to say, we need you, we need your help. This is how you can help us. So make sure there's an ask in there, not just, hey, this is what we've done, but this is what we need, because every company at your stage needs something, and that's fine. That's totally fair. Make sure that the person that you are speaking to understands that you could use their help, and this is how they may be able to help you. So well done, keep it up. But there's always room for improvement, and strive to get better every day.
Good point. Thank you. Mr. Park. Mr. Mungu Park, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah, do you have any comments?
Not that much. Just, yeah, I was enjoying the comments of young startups. I think they are growing, and eventually they will be contributing to our society. So happy to be part of it.
Good. Excellent. Thank you. Ariel, do you have any comments more?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
You said Angel.
I'm sorry, Angel. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree with everybody that has been said here. Yes, couple of comments. I mean, is practice is the mother of the science. So if you have to speak in front of people, try to practice, try to be sure that these 10 minutes you are saying the right things in the right way, and it's about to properly prepare, because if you have an interesting product and an interesting thing, you just have to put things together in the proper way. It's just 10 minutes, use the right visuals, maybe not too much. Try to highlight the good things about your product, your solution. Try to do in a proper way. Maybe I was missing a little bit about the go-to-market. I understand that for some of you, you're very early, but how are you planning to move from this idea innovation stage to a market position when you're going to be selling your product? And it's a big gap between the two things. You have this innovation, but from here to go to market, it's a big challenge. And you have to understand how to do it, or to, as Ellie was saying, to try to find people that can help you doing so, because most of the companies are really dying in this phase. But well done. Yes, as I said, I mean, prepare the things, think about that, but you have good innovations, and keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Thank you very much for your comments. Will be actually really helpful to the startups. Tammy, can you add up some comments?
Yeah, I have enjoyed watching their presentation and understanding new business model and technology. But if I add 2 cents, actually this is smart city tech sandbox program, part of the smart city program. So I hope they could focus more on their business model, why their business model are perfect solution to the smart city and sustainable growth. So yeah, there's a bit missing part for me.
Okay.
Each business model is really good and innovative, but yeah, you can focus more on the the smart city solution.
Okay, good. Denise, are you there? Denise?
Yes, I am. Sorry.
Okay. No worries.
So I was saying, yeah, so I've been too much going on. So I think I agree with most of the jury. I would just say that there's obviously a big how can I put it? There's a big difference between some of the projects. So some projects are really very, very strong. Other projects are less strong. So I think probably we'll have to categorize like first stage or first premium ones and less premium. But that is normal. And I know that it's not easy to find the right startups and the right people as well to present. Probably give some guidelines for the next ones, Peter, because I've been on this for a long time. I'm actually, as we speak, in 3 juries. And for instance, each of them, but I think the projects in general are fantastic. It's just some of the presentations are very different. But I think it's more about, I know the language is barrier and some of these things, but probably one thing that I would suggest just listening and complementing to what was said is probably having like a preparation with someone in your team that actually can help them making sure that they are a bit more prepared, especially the ones that can speak less English or they have more difficulties or shy or stuff like that. But in general, the products are great, which is the most important thing. I think with the other things, I agree with jury. And I know that this is not easy as well, because you don't control the capacity of presentation of the teams and different things. But in general, the projects, if I look between today and yesterday, I think the platforms were much more powerful and more premium, and the presentations were better. Today, I think the first one was quite good, although his English was not perfect, but it's about the capacity to present in the end of the day. So having some kind of pre-phase of kind of understanding how they can actually set up, I think will help everyone. But I think definitely the projects are great, and it's normal in startup things. You never get the right balance. Yeah.
Exactly. I totally agree with you. Thank you very much for sharing your comments. Mr. Atsushi-san, are you there?
Probably, in bed.
Oh, in bed. I'm sorry. Okay. So
no, I'm here. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm muted.
Okay. So from the third-party objective perspective, and what do you think about the startup pitching? We've been watching this one, and speakers.
Well, startup journey is a long journey, and I'm working with many startups and young people, and it's always a struggling something, and then because the startup is a hard work. So I think don't worry. I think keep going, and then also listening advice sometimes. Maybe sometimes ignore. It's okay. But the important point is that think about what is the purpose for your startup. That's quite important, right? Because people tend to think about technology only, and also something just making something because of it's interesting, but most important part, what is the purpose? What is the objectives? What will be the impact, right? And then the people will be impressed. Then people want to invest, right? If it's just a good functionality, maybe okay, but people will not be impressed. Then in that case, people have no motivation to invest, right? That's why I think it's a need to think about purpose and also impact, plus supporting technology behind, right? That's actually I presented that way, but that's my 2 cents.
Thank you very much for your comments. So a little bit about the announcements, because this is actually a monthly rolling system, but eventually we'll just do it weekly basis, because we lined up the 500 startups and on the way by the end of August. So, but anyway, the startups already presented today and yesterday. They might have another chance to pitch yourself and promote yourself. And we'll just trying to encourage you to do so. But in the meantime, I think the better preparations will be required. I think because this the recorded videos will be shared by all the investors and the government agencies. So it will be it's already promote yourself throughout this platform. And so in order to succeed in getting yourself involved in the smart city in Hanoi, I think that you have 6 months of preparations from now on. So I really encourage you to keep in touch with us. And if you have any questions, let me know. And we're just trying to help you out. And also everything will be, you can also take a look at it again at the YouTube channel. You can click YouTube channel, then you just go to World Smart Cities Forum, and you can just review it from there. And the next event will be taking place at the end of March, about 1 month from now on. And we'll also give you a heads up earlier. Then we'll be making an official announcement through the XnTREE.co platform or our platform of the YouTube channel. Okay. And also, as I request to the juries, and I think that you can really appreciate your contribution, involvement, and to support the XnTREE Open Tech Week. And I love to invite you again the next time. And just let me know if you have any questions. And in the meantime, I'll share all the pitching decks and presentation deck by the speakers within an hour. In the meantime, I think that Konggong, I need your presentation deck now, and I really appreciate if you do so. Then I can actually share them with, and they might actually have some questions. I can actually connect you and the specific juror, and if they have any specific questions from your presentation. Thank you again for your attention and for your participation, and I'll looking forward to meeting you again at the next XnTREE Open Tech Week next month. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, everybody.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yes, thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers, yeah.